Good afternoon and welcome to Camping Milkman. Today I'm at World's End State Park. It's the first weekend in January of 2025. I booked this site, which is cabin number 14, a couple months ago, and because I just wanted to get away for a weekend, and I thought why not go to a CCC cabin, which is up here in Sullivan County up at World's End State Park. And I wanted to do a little tour up here of the cabin, and I'm going to take you around the campground too and show you the facilities, and should maybe show you some other cabins too. I believe there's 16 or 18 different cabins here along the Sauk River. So we're going to go ahead and walk around the campground, and I'm going to take you inside and show you what's available here at World's End. Let's go inside. Well, here we are. There's the Nissan. We did have a little bit of snow driving up here. There's a lot of snow in Crescent, PA. But driving up here, the snow definitely tapered off, and at one point there wasn't any snow at all. But here's our cabin. There's George, obviously. This is a one-bedroom cabin. It has bunk beds that have double mattresses on it, which means you can fit 4 people in here. It'd be tight, but you can fit 4 people in here. So let's take a look around the cabin here. Kind of give you guys a better idea what it's like. These are CCC built. Have the stone foundations. There is nice big windows. It makes it good for natural lighting. Come around the back side here. That is the Sauk right there. So you're right on the river, which makes it convenient for those who like to fish. Some really good brook trout fishing in this river. And here we have the front porch. Got a picnic table. It's got a light. It's got a little hook in this section up here, in case if you have a Coleman lantern or for something that you wanted to hang there. Coming around the front, there is our door, and there is the 3 windows on the front porch. This cabin does have an exceptional grill, fireplace. You can adjust the rack up and down. And as always, I take my own splitting log, because a lot of state parks don't have them here available at the cabin. So that's the exterior of the cabin. Let's go inside. Okay, we are inside of the cabin here. That's the door that you come into. There is a nice refrigerator here. So it's a roll-pull refrigerator. Obviously, we have our food and stuff in there. A little bit of storage on top. Here's our fireplace. It's a beautiful fireplace. The wood burner is a little different. It is not as wide as your normal wood burners, but it's very, very deep. So you can pack a lot of wood in there. We have our stove over here. It's a pretty modern stove. We have some shelves. What I think is really cool, though, is up along the side of the fireplace is where the old flue was. So I'm assuming that in this area right here, there is an old wooden stove. And I'm sure back in the 30s and 40s and 50s, that's probably what they used to heat this cabin, and also what they used to cook on whenever they were staying here. So here's our table. I'm just going to back up here. Got a little table here. It fits 4. You got 2 chairs, and you have a bench behind it. And actually inside of this bench, you have storage. So if you want to throw something in there, you could. You know, your luggage or your suitcase or gear or whatever. We got more shelving units here. And over here we have the bed. Like I said on the outside, it's a twin mattresses on both top and bottom bunks. The mattress is actually pretty comfortable. And with this wall here, you actually get a little bit of a break from the heat. Now the wall on the outside obviously it's gonna draw a little bit of air, but all in all, it was a pretty comfortable sleep last night, and really enjoyed myself the first night here. We got a little bit of stuff to hang stuff over here. This is probably an old filing cabinet from what I'm guessing, but it works if you're gonna be staying here for a couple nights. And on the board here, it gives you some information about the check-in, check-out, emergency numbers. You can order pizza here if you want. So all in all, it's a pretty good cabin. Really enjoyed myself here. It's this cabin's actually starting to wear on me. It's becoming one of my favorite cabins for the size of it. Okay, so we just left the cabin. I'm going to take you down to the facilities. There are 3 facilities here at World's End. Really nice facilities. Nice restrooms, hot water, and the restroom themselves is actually pretty warm. So they do a good job here at World's End. Again, this is starting to become one of my favorite state parks. This is my second time here. I was here in September of last year. I did some videoing here last year, but I never had an opportunity to really walk around the park and show everybody what is here. I'm going to take you to a next door cabin over here so you can kind of see what cabin this is. This is cabin number 1 that I'm going to show you here next. All right, this is cabin number 1. I don't know much about it. I can put more information down below about how many it fits or sleeps. But most of the cabins here are along the river. And this cabin here actually has an outside fireplace. So here's one of the cabins. I think there's 6 cabins here at World's End that have an outside fireplace on the porch. These are a deal breaker for me, and I think this would be really good to have. I know Clear Creek State Park has a couple, and I know at Collins Gap State Park there is a fireplace on the porch. Oh, and also SB Elliott. But those are the only state parks that the Civilian Conservation Corps cabins have a fireplace on the front porch that I am aware of. Can you imagine waking up in the morning, coming out here and having your morning coffee? What a great view, guys. Let's go over to the facilities next. This is one of 3 facilities here at the park, at the cabin area at World's End. Like I said, there are cabins along this loop here, and this cabin right behind this facility here is actually a handicap accessible cabin, which as always is so wonderful for those who are unfortunate that have to use a wheelchair or whatnot. Now these doors, actually, as you can see, you don't have to have a key to get in them, but you do have to lock them for your privacy. And there is 1 shower, 1 stand-up, and 1 sit-down toilet. Let's go into this one over here. That one's being occupied. And as you see as we come walking in here, extremely clean cabins. Now to our right over here, we have a wash sink. And I've never seen a wash sink inside of a cabin before. Not a cabin, a shower house. But that is hot water coming out of there. So you can do your dishes. We have your sink, you have your stand-up. There is our heater. There's a broom in here if you would happen to make a mess. There's no paper towel, so you have to use the blower to dry your hands. And we have our standard toilet. And inside of here, what I like the most, first off, it has a shower curtain. So rare do you go to state parks and you see shower curtains. But there is a lot of room here to take a shower. The shower is really nice. Let me open this up. What this shower here is, you can use the bottom or the top shower head. And this is how you start it. And this here control, from what I've gathered from using it 2 times now, you can control either the top or the bottom. And it does a wonderful job. It makes a nice hot shower. You get in here and you can just enjoy yourself and just, rinse off, clean up, feel good about your day, and then go get a good night's sleep. Or if you want to get in the shower, you can first thing in the morning, whatever you decide that you want to do. So this is the showers at World's End State Park. Now that we just left the restroom, let me take you around the campground here real quick and show you these other cabins. Here's cabin number 6. I stayed at cabin number 6 in September of last year. It's a one bedroom. It has two beds. It's got a nice little section here to park, and it's a good little cabin. Around the campground, there are little pumps for you to get fresh water. Just lift the handle up, and there it comes. Here's cabin number 9. I think this is handicap accessible. No one's here, so let's take a walk around it real quick. It's got a nice picnic table. It's got a grill. You're right next to the upper restrooms. Check out this porch on here. What a great spot. Huh. It's a nice view of the campground. All right, finishing up the loop. There is one cabin to my right. But as you see, there's the Nissan. We're coming back down to cabin number 14. Gonna go inside and get warmed up a little bit before starting dinner. Good morning from World's End State Park here in Sullivan County. Wrapping up my tour of the cabin number 14 here. It is January 5th and getting packed up. We got a major snowstorm coming west, so gonna try to get out of here a little bit earlier. Just want to do a couple high points about the park before I leave and end this video. The registration here is really easy. Get online, and I'll put the link down below for you. The prices here are really good too. I think I had this cabin for the weekend for about 120 bucks, if that. It wasn't very expensive. The accommodations, as I showed earlier, are really fine here. Good refrigerator, great flat top stove, wood burner works well, and the facilities here are top notch. They're really nice facilities, and you have a lot of privacy when you use the facilities here. You can lock the door, nobody can get in, which makes it nice as well. Here is and I'm gonna take a picture of this. Here's a picture of the map of the cabins, and I'll post a picture of this up during the video as well, so you can check out. It gives good information. Each cabin has the number, how many rooms, and how many people you can sleep. I would highly recommend, if you come here in the wintertime, anything that has just one room, I would probably try to limit yourself to 2 people. It gets tight. 2 people, you have just enough room. But if you get 4 in here, unless you're able to go outside and you're really gonna travel around the area, it would be great. I feel that World's End would be a good base camp for if you wanted to visit Ricketts Glen. It's about 20 miles away, and just like I said, the facilities here are nice. If you want that rustic cabin feel, this is where you would want to be. It's a great location. You got the river right outside in front of you. I wasn't able to get into the park office. They were closed yesterday. I wanted to show you guys around. You can buy merchandise there. They have a great map of the Civilian Conservation Corps camp that was here. If you're into that type of history, it would be great for you to come up here and check that out. I know the supervisor. I've met her, Jane Swift, I believe her name is. She's outstanding. She answers questions, and the people who were working here, they're also nice people as well. And I can tell you that from my earlier visit back in September of 24. If you get a chance, check out the directory here. A lot of good information. Tells you a lot of good restaurants in the area. I will say this: if you do come in the wintertime, Eaglesmere is definitely a seasonal town. There's not much up there. There is a little shop up here called Sweet Shop, I believe is the name. Good coffee. It looks like they have really good breakfasts. But this booklet here gives you all types of information about what you can do around here and where all the good services are at. There is a gas station right down in Forksville. It's right on 154 if you're when you turn on to 87 heading back into Williamsport. So in closing, I just want to say thank you for following along. It's been a great weekend here, and I really appreciate the services that they provide, and I appreciate everybody for following along. Hopefully this little video was helpful, and hopefully do another one. You guys have a great day. Blessings, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.